switch topics here, and the next question is for you, Ms. Slotkin. It's about abortion. Abortion and reproductive rights remain a hot-button issue post-Roe. How do you plan to address this topic in a way that respects both individual rights and differing viewpoints?
Sure. So look, this is very clear for me. I did not support overturning Roe. If codifying Roe v. Wade came in front of the U.S. Senate, I would vote for it, and I voted for Proposition 3 here in Michigan since I voted here in 2022. For me, I am crystal clear. Mr. Rogers has voted for every bill, every ban, every restriction on abortion that came in front of him for 20 straight years. He had a 100% voting record with his party. He never broke once. And now he's going to come out because he's put his finger in the wind. He said that, I need to win an election. Better not piss anybody off. And so he's changed his position completely and now wants you to believe that he's going to be a protector of women in the U.S. Senate. I can't tell you how strongly I believe that you have people tell you who they are when they vote. They are making it very, very clear. He has shown us who he is. Do not trust him on this issue.
Mr. Rogers, you now have 60 seconds. How do you plan to address this topic in a way that respects both individual rights and differing viewpoints?
Yeah, I think this is the most heart-wrenching decision a woman would ever have to make. And I think it's best made with her family, with her partner, with her faith, with her doctor, in where she lives. And so Michigan came together in consensus. And I know my opponent wants to make this as divisive as humanly possible, and I get that. It's unfortunate. And misrepresented so many of my positions on this issue. But I will tell you this. The state of Michigan and the people of Michigan went to the polls and voted. They voted to make abortion legal, and they put it a part of their Constitution, our Constitution. And so I won't do anything when I go back to the United States Senate to undo the vote of the people and their position and their concession and their compassion when it comes to this issue.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rogers. Ms. Slotkin, you have 30 seconds for a rebuttal.
Sure. Mr. Rogers voted 56 times for every bill, ban, and restriction on abortion that came in front of him. That's not misrepresenting. Those are his votes, right? I am so sick of people who don't understand women's health, who don't understand reproductive rights, who don't understand that this is about the rights of our grandchildren having the same rights as their grandmother, saying one thing and doing another. Michiganders, do not believe him. He will not protect you.
Congressman, you have the final 30 seconds for rebuttal.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate that she's taken this tone on something that's so completely untrue. I have stated my position very clearly from the beginning. I will respect the vote of the people of Michigan that they put as a part of the Michigan Constitution. But if you care about all women, I think this is probably a great time to talk about Title IX, where my opponent said, I'm not protecting girls in sports, and I'm not protecting girls by allowing men into locker rooms, both of which she voted for. If you want to protect women, there are other ways to do it. I think that is an outlier in this particular debate, and it certainly doesn't put you on team normal.
We got to leave it there. Alicia, you have the next question.